It will be draft day. You know how many rounds I'll give up? Nigga, you forgave Ice.
You will get their oil checked early. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas
Every
Longhorns.
associate get 2 years.
We stay the state with Jesse with you. Goes down on the sideline. We check in with her now.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame. He told me they understand every ranked matchup becomes a measuring stick when you're carrying a top 10 ranking. They got off to a strong start last week, won it the season, but that doesn't matter. He said, we will be good if we execute each and every game. Keeps talking to the players in the locker room about the sky is the limit for this team, but it will take one game at a time, and he thinks this is a team that can do it. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes.
This your party. You get the first shot here.
Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looking for a crease. It's Smothers. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Might as well run him again. Knocked down immediately.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one, they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Third down from the gun, Manning. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the fourth down.
Trying to make one miss. He'll be brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what that one's about. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Just a terrible, terrible mistake. So instead of getting off the field on fourth down, the offense has a 1st and 10. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. The SEC and Chiefs can't chase the championship.
Yeah, in the SEC, you got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all season, David. They know what's riding. There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Press center down's going to the air. Finds his man. It's Rodgers. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there, they're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Dogs can really attack on this second and short. They'll give to Frazier. They pull him down, but he's got enough for this offense.
And this is exactly what you want to see from this offense. The defense forced a turnover, puts you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone. But nice job moving the football little, trying to get this touchdown.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Rodgers. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Straight ahead, it's Frazier. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. A design run for the quarterback. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Back to pass on 2nd down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Dogs. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. Getting set for the extra point, putting the scoreboard to work this time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's Manning to throw. Stepping to the right. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Running inside. It's Wilson. It may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Set, and the defense has set him up. Breaks into the open. Touchdown. And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go. And this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Changing the routes with his receivers. Here's Arts to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he makes the grab, but the officials immediately signal that he's out of bounds.
And so far, man, everything's been difficult for this offense. And credit to the defense. They've taken away all the easy stuff. The easy perimeter throws, the quick throws. Nice job playing fast, playing physical. But this QB's got to get a little bit more in rhythm. Be a little bit more patient. Go through his progressions a little bit better. Right now, so far, it's an 0 for 4 start.
Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. And now it's
Down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Fourth down, Manning. Look out. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. And the Longhorns in the hurry up.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Arch Madness. That one comes out down the right side.
I don't know if anybody saw this happening. He's 0 for 6 to start the game throwing. It's just not seeing the field real well. The defense has done a great job in the back end of the pass rush, making life really hard on them. But they've got no points, and it's not a surprise. I mean, they thought they would be able to find some explosive plays throwing it early. That has not been the case.
The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Left side is Wingo. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Longhorns are marching down the field. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Right behind the line. It's Coleman. Contact. And he'll run just the goal. I wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Finds his big tight end. To the score. And after the extra point, they've got the lead at half, down 14-7. So a drive there of 85 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Motion from the wideout. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. The Bulldogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
But that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket, flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. They did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And he's brought down after a short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. Sometimes we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
DKR heating up and trying to make it possible here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete to the left. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it, but goes out of bounds at the one. First and goal from the one. This offense is in great position.
And on the ground on first down. Now second and goal from the front. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? The run up the middle, trying to pull to the goal line. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. You know, the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now, how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Boulder. Extra grab right along the back of the end zone. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to enter a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go in and score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Making the adjustment. To throw, Manning. He's going to fire deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
That's really good discipline by this defense because they've given up some yards on the ground. And so naturally you think, be more aggressive, commit more bodies. Nice job staying patient, playing your responsibility on the outside, not giving up the deep ball, making them earn this, go down the field, and not give up those big plays.
Sets his feet. It's Manning. He's going to run it. Slides, avoids the hip right. Way to convert on second and long. The Longhorns come to the line to hurry up.
Just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for the season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Oregon is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Manning buying time to his right. He's going to take off. He's knocked down, short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Second down to the air. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Throws to the wideout. And he won't be able to get it as the defense gets him down at the line.
Well, I think on that play, you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. His receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient and he's consistent and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. Maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He is denied, and it'll be second and goal. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. And the D deny them on second and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Getting set with the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard run, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes with the return. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. You could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Arch is going to throw for it. Right side, it Smothers. Across the 35. Bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. To throw, it's Manning.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score. But man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Wide receiver going in motion. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Second down, going to throw it. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Booster. Hart's going to spin it again. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The Bulldogs take their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Fires to the middle. He's got it. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Bulldogs right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Drops back on first down. Looking left. That's reeled in. It's Rodgers. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down. And they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing Manning. Under pressure. At the 35, he's loose. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw. It's Manning. They're all over him. Quarterback gets the first down. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw one first. Escapes the pressure to his right. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Who knows? Maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Here's Manning to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And they head to the locker room to take the foot 10 time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellows, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Marshall taking on the Boise State Vikings.
And that is not what he had in mind as he steps out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
And it's the Herd with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that's now victory number 1 on this season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours.
Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Frazier again. Run ends there.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. That was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
3rd down right here. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. Oh, it's picked up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that deployed. He just got him short at 22. Be at the 31. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Motion from the back. Here's Arch. Wilson open on the right side. Could not make his way to the corner. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Scanning the field, it's Manning. Rushes on. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. There he goes. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of them.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
This is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Coleman. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
It is, he throws. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man, or zone. They have not.
Makes a great move. That's the 30, 20. That's it. For 6 more points.
Man, how is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver, can design ways to get the football in his hand? Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
No doubt. Sometimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Here comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. And that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Dogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll send the tight end in motion. On first down, Nate Frazier driven back.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Swapped immediately.
And that's why he is an All-American player. He's just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
Well, they weren't throwing to the sticks on that 3rd down. They hit the drag route. They get a nice gain, but that now sets up 4th down with more yards to go, and it's decision time. I think moving forward on 3rd downs, you got to start thinking about routes down the field.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
It's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out.
It's inside. It's Will. Give him a pickup of 2. Now 2nd and 8.
The defense doing a great job of meeting a run like this. Obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Arch Madness. Oh, pressure's coming. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to turn it into a positive play. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Out wide left, it's Coleman. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on fourth down. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away.
And the defense will to the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
This defense, they are tenacious. So they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and it can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Here's a gift to Frazier. And as they get him to the ground, clock run looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's open, and he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking a
game today. It's gonna be. I'm gonna. Oh my God.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Let it go. Out wide right, it's Wingo. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tap.
Looking to take a shot. And it's picked off for the third time today. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. They should be able to take care of business here. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Frazier again. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops.
You know, it's not
Take
bad.
the top. It's a catch on the Mason. He's
That's right. That's supposed to be in Tennessee right now.
ready.
I mean,
Let's go. Right to the house.
she's
Speed, and it looks as if they're moving to 2-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes.
Here comes the tackle. We've certainly seen. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to give themselves over for a while. The throw. A big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge game in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. 2nd and long. Making the adjustment on the play. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Time to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for it's coming up.
You can take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, first quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Third down from the gun. And it's picked off for the fourth time today.
As a defense, playing the game, and you know it's passion. You're pinning years back, trying to get to the quarterback and deep, trying to do this. Add them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this dude.
Motion from the wide receiver. Buys time to trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
These kind of QBs.
Out of that selection.
Think about it. It's so easy to roll him out to the left, a little bootleg action. Does he run it? Does he throw it? I got to cover the pass. I can't just choose up a bunch of yards really quickly. So hard on defenses.
Hands it off. Nowhere to go.
Down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
That is a really good job of right away and getting rid of the football. Like that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
Caught behind the line. It's Frazier. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the score.
Step in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
And nobody wants to.
It's a touch. They'll bring it out to the 20.
Okay, that's 1, 2.
The Lords head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Manning sends it downfield. Sit in down the middle. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and then nifty pickup after the grab on that one. Horns racing to the line in the hurry up. Moving the pocket, it's Manning. Works the net. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, gonna throw it. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous prize, a consolation prize, if you will. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Arch is going to throw for it. Incomplete. And they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Georgia, 56, Texas, 27.
On the run from inside his 25. Thought he might have had a little room for a second, but he'll be stopped at the 28. A pretty good job by the coverage unit. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're playing.
And the pressure gets there. Down he goes at the 18.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that, but stopping them for a short gain. We've reached the 2-minute time. If they could just run the clock out, we'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Lining up to convert third down. These corners backing off a bit. Going to take a shot at this DB. And pick it off. And this defense, a much-needed play. Got some room to run.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. And going out, getting an interception. Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game. That is the type of play that as a coaching staff, you can build on for next week's game.
Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Over. Calls his own number. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Go. From the gun. Find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's third and goal.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with his speed.
They wanted to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. With a deficit like this, unless you just want to get your field goal kicker some work, you might as well go for it and try to get a touchdown. Quarterback changing the play.
I clicked the wrong in, bro. Oh my god.
And he's in.
And a nice touchdown. Continue to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle. Nice job by this offense. Continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
I have a fumble for 6, a pick 6. I have 3 turnovers and 28 down.
This time he'll be stopped short of the goal. And so after scoring a touchdown, he tried to
That actually pissed me off that last one.
denied.
56. Texas.
Fine.
Bringing it back. And the returner will be brought down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He's past the 30. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning on the Jets. The 10. And he just kept running and he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. They hang on to this lead and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. And he tacks on the extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This is open if we just ran the details to the right route. Hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
That's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty.
Going deep. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You're not just going to run.
He lets one fly deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. Time is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. They get it to him as he throws. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher. You're more talented. A lot of people's points in this game. Possible upset 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.
Get that away.
So lies I told Uzis.